As a physical educator, I chose the national teacher recruitment exam in South Korea. So I'm going to talk about the 5 steps. And then the first round will be the graduation from a relevant department. So there are two ways to apply to the related department. The first one is Korean SAT, and then this is very normal. But other elite student athletes like soccer players or basketball players, they can get the early admissions without taking Korean SAT. And then, including the special education, there are 32 universities for being a PE teacher in South Korea. Um, so this is one of the example that I can bring because I graduated from the Yonsei University, and then there are one, two, three, four categories, and then the name of the coursework, as you can see, these are related. But one thing is different is the teaching practice. So it usually lasts like 1 month in April. But during April, there are many school events like a field trip or midterm exam. So actual teaching days are even less than 2 weeks. So this is very different from the United States. So upon your graduation, candidates can request a certificate. So there are two conditions. The subject coursework GPA should be more than 75%, and the education coursework should be more than 80%. So now you will be awarded with level 2 after your graduation. But if you want to be recruited to the public school in Korea, you must pass the national teacher recruitment exam. So there are 2 rounds, and then usually the tests will be done in November for every year. So first round is written exam, and there are 2 parts: P subjects, and the second part is education theory. Second round is skill test and interview, and then you have to get the skill test like a swimming or gymnastic or track and field. And lesson planning, you need to write a draft for the lesson. And the last one is aptitude test and then interview. So after you pass all this exam, you can be a teacher, but there's a very special law in Korea. Candidates are required to choose the area when they register the exam. So if someone wants to be a teacher in the capital of the South Korea, which is Seoul, they must apply to the Seoul Office of Education. I'm currently in Jeju Island, so if someone applied to the Seoul, they cannot come to the Jeju. So these are the 17 Office of Education in South Korea. The historical and current perspective of the policy of being a PE teacher. It used to be very not popular, and then the a lot of people were thinking that being a PE teacher was an easy job because they just roll out the ball. Uh, but nowadays, they know that they need the skills, the physical fitness, and the high understanding of the content knowledge. So it is very hard to be a PE teacher because you cannot pass the exam with only the skill, nor the theory like the content knowledge, which is unfortunate for me. But I didn't take the exam yet. The strengths or the weaknesses of this policy. So it is for sure that due to the high competitiveness, there can be some qualified PE teachers. but at the same time, it increased too much competition, so people usually try 3 to 5 years to be a PE teacher, which is really unfortunate for everyone. So the conclusion is exactly what I said just earlier. The schools and students can have the qualified teachers, and sometimes they are overly has high specifications. Students, they can also get this qualified education. But for teacher candidates, it draws too much competitiveness, so it's not really good. So thank you. This is National Teacher Recruitment Exam in South Korea.